So having scanned the Hunslet here at the Ulster Transport Museum 2 years ago now, I thought it was time to come back now that we've made the announcement and to run through some points on the model and on the prototype just to give you a guided tour of the model. The hardest part of this particular model, and one of the reasons we scanned it in the first place, is because of the complicated structure of the nose of the locomotive. We've got compound curves galore going on here, overhang, then we put in the horns, the spotlight, the multiple working gear, the buffer gear. And replicating that has been quite hard work, especially with the changes over the locomotive during the course of the time that they were in service. And this is all replicated on the front of our model. So when we come down here, we've got an accurate representation of the overhang here on the front of the locomotive, the distinctive handrails that arc down. Just one of those little details that we need to bring in. Buffers lock out. Obviously we've got the multiple unit working gear. Now obviously with this, the TDM gear would have been fitted, but it was taken off for its repaint into its preservation. And these are the things. So we've got the representations here which are left by the rivets, but this is why we needed the drawings from Hunslet to be able to go back over and replicate all the interim details. Now, while we're here at the front of the locomotive, it's one of the defining pieces of the locomotive to be able to identify each loco in the class. See, as built, the headstock here would have been square. But as we move through later maroon period and into the blue period, the corners get cut off, and each locomotive has its own defining cutout. We've got the diagonal cut here on 102 Falcon. Eagle had its own cutout, which was square in nature, as was Merlin, which was slightly different. So that means that we've had to, in the interim period, make sure that we replicate that on the model. As we come round, now space is limited here, and that causes some degree of difficulty when scanning, so we had to get in and about, and again, having the drawings made our life easy. Number one end has got the big radiator grills, which again are separate details on our model. At the far end, you've got the engine room grills, which again are replicated on our model. Cast nameplates, well, they'll be in the baggie. They'll be part of the decoration of it, but as usual, we'll have the cast nameplates in there. Fine windscreen wipers, we've worked on those, they're separate parts. The single lamp bracket. Come down this way, again, we're at number one end, so we've got the big radiator piece. We've got the chains, which are a standout feature of any sort of English electric locomotive. Battery boxes, these are all replicated by separate details. The fuel tanks. We get underneath here, again, we've got more fuel tanks, more pipes, all of which feature on our model. And that's, again, thanks to the drawings that were provided by Hunslet, because scanning just can't pick up these details. The bogies are big, they're heavy, and again, we've been able to pick those up in the scanning and come up with a really nice representation on the model. The colour the colour, we're grateful for the samples that we've received from within the preservation movement. So this deep maroon, difficult to replicate, but we've got there. Same with the NIR blue colours. So we've got swatches that have helped us to get these accurate. All in all, these are an impressive locomotive. And we've tried to work in every detail that we can so that your model of the Hunslet is a faithful recreation of what you see behind me here. We simply couldn't produce models of this quality without the help and cooperation of those that are involved in their care and maintenance. And the Ulster Transport Museum have been so helpful to us. Without their assistance, we couldn't have come in here and had the free time to be able to scan them in the first place. And secondly, even to come back and do the video that you've just watched. These models are available on our website, that's on the IRM website, and on Accurascale as well, because we'll be cross-referencing them so that UK buyers can go as well. All the pricing detail you'll see underneath me here in the comments. Thanks for watching. It's been great here, and there's plenty here to be going at for future projects. In actual fact, I think I'll go over here and look at the Peck here again.